Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Conservatism, liberalism, and this culture war. I want to give a shout out to Tim Pool. He's a YouTuber that I've been watching for the past couple of months, and I guess watching him is like my dose of the other side, basically the liberal side. He's a YouTuber. He's covered Occupy Wall Street, and he's done reporting on various stories, and he does it from. He says he's unbiased, but really he does it from a more liberal slant. By the way, if Tim Pool, if you ever see this video, I gotta say, whenever you say that I am a liberal, I just can't help but laugh. There's something I think there's something funny about there's something not I guess not I don't necessarily really knock you, but I gotta say there's something funny about a man saying that he proudly saying that he's a liberal. But I just got done watching one of his videos about he basically saying let's see, American culture is being destroyed by the culture war. Yeah, because I just watched the video, and there have been some thoughts that's been that's been brewing in my head for some time, and I figured I'd share some thoughts with you guys on conservatism and liberalism. Now, I did a video back in 2016 called "These Nuts 2016," and that was about the Republican Party needed to get his balls back because they're so worried about being called, they're so worried about being called racist, being called, sexist, this, that, and the other, all these isms, that they have watered down their message, and they have, stopped standing up for things that are actually conservative, whether it be politically or even culturally. A lot of times that actual conservatives, they have to hold their nose when they're in the voting booth when they vote for a lot of Republicans, because I can't vote, I can't vote Democrat, but I try to vote. I'm trying to stand with the party that I know that has a message, but sadly they're not delivering on it. And then comes Trump, and I gotta say that again, I said before in the past I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I gotta say that him winning was one of the best things that happened to this country. Because, and I say it from the standpoint that like I said, the meltdowns the night of of announcing that he won was priceless. Because I did a video right after they announced the results, that it was worth it. Seeing all these snowflakes, in a sense, seeing all these smug progressives, or they're really regressive, but seeing all these individuals just melt down, freak out, it's telling, because I really started to see the difference between conservatives and liberals a while back, and there were a few things that I learned. First, and I think it's something that Donald Trump has proven this case to be true, and I think it's wise for a lot of all conservatives to understand this. You got to stop worrying about who likes you, because if anything, a lot of people think that you're uncool. Conservatism by its very nature not very cool. If anything, it's slow. It's careful to change, and it is reactionary, in the sense that whenever something happens, there's a reaction, to want to go back, try to uphold some traditional values. Now, the reason why I bring Trump into this is because he's not worried about who he offends. One of the things that he's on Twitter constantly, and people get on him. He's on Twitter constantly saying things that just gets people riled up, and I think that's actually not a bad thing. Conservatives need to understand that not everybody's gonna like you. Not everyone likes you. And I think, but there are some who don't understand it, and many like myself do understand that. Not everybody likes us. They think we're stuffy. I personally call myself a square to my friends. I joke about my own conservatism, because I find I find enough value in it that I can joke about it, and I also have a sense of humor, which, again, getting to liberals on that point in a second. They have to understand that not everybody will like them, and they especially won't like you if you have to tell the truth, especially with things concerning statistics. So if you have a point that you want to prove and you have numbers to back it up, Don't worry about who is gonna call you this name or that name, this pejorative, or that slur. Don't worry about it. Just stand. You'll get more respect standing up for what for the truth, standing up for what you believe in, than you do bending over forward and taking it from these people who are just gonna dish all this stuff out to you just so you can shut up or so you can backtrack on your message, so you can outright denounce what you say you believed in. And and like I said, seeing how Trump has got people stirred. How one of my favorite things is seeing the when it was like someone asked him a question about Elizabeth Warren. He said, "Who, Pocahontas?" And I remember there was a guy behind him that laughed. I noticed this guy behind him laughed. This guy with a mustache. He laughed, and he said, "What?" On this lady, some lady said, "That's offensive." Oh, really? Oh, it is. Oh, I'm so sorry. So Pocahontas. So he didn't back then. He doubled down on it. He he knew what he was saying, and he knew the comment he made about her carries some weight about what she's done to get into college. Concerning talking about her background. So yeah, conservatives, don't worry about who doesn't like you. Because you'll be all right. Just stand up, have a spine. Don't back down. Double down if you have to. If anyone tries to call you this name or that name, and if they and like I said in a video a while back, I said sometimes I wish if I was a white guy, someone called me racist. Like, so does that your name, does that change my argument? Does it really is that really go against the facts? If I am, so what? The argument still stands that this A is A and B is B. So basically don't worry about it. Just hang tight. Be tough out there. What I learned about liberals on the contrast is that they think everybody likes them. They think everybody loves them. They think everybody wants them around. They think everybody is just so happy to have them in their presence, which I think is something that contributes to a lot of their smugness. They think that they know everything. They think they're the greatest things around. That their ideas are so enlightening. That they're so loved and welcoming and accepted. But really, they're not. I mean, they're just tolerated for that time being, until real work has to be done. Then they could really just be ignored. If I have any liberal subscribers out there, I love you guys. Like I said, I listen to Tim Pool because I want to hear his perspective on things. But sometimes even he drives me up the wall when he defends the left at times where it should not be defended. It should be called. It should be called out. Digging up people's past. Or going into the past about particular people and using that as an excuse to dislike them or stuff that their ancestors done. But hold on. That's something you can't defend. But now I guess if the right's doing it, then that's only just a response to what the left have been doing. But yeah, all of the liberals they think everybody likes them, but it's not true. They're and I think so, and I believe that they believe this so much. That's why there's PC culture, because they think that they say the wrong word, they say the wrong phrase, they believe they say the wrong truth, that it's going to offend the people that they claim that they think likes them. So they want to dress up the language to where it appeases everybody, but you wind up doing it at the expense of telling the truth. You wind up doing it, wind up having to lie in order to save people's feelings, and you can't do that. You got to be honest across the board. Whether you hurt someone's feelings or not. And I tell my friends, hey, listen, if I'm doing something wrong, don't fuck my feelings. Just tell me, tell me what I'm doing wrong, and so I can work on correcting it. That shows that you care, that you're willing to go beyond my feelings to, right or wrong that I may have done, to correct something, to get the truth out. And I think it's important for liberals to understand that not everybody likes you, and that's fine. That's not a bad thing. It's actually good to have enemies. Even Jesus Christ had enemies. If he can't make everybody, if he couldn't make everybody happy, what makes you think that you can make everybody happy? I think that's headed by a lot of pride, and a lot of being puffed up. But I think that's what really kind of get I think you have to have some pretentiousness to be able to think that you can make everybody happy. Um, no matter what the cost is. Um, and also going back to another difference that I wanted to talk about was that I could say conservatives are more. They can look more into they can see further into the future than um, which kind of helps with planning things for the long haul. While liberals, they generally, I guess it was what is it, myopic. They're very short sighted. They only see they only see a little bit of what's in front of them, and they react to it, but not understanding that listen, things can go beyond just what you're looking at. You got to just wait, plan ahead, that's evident by the end of the elections. I remember in 2000, I think I've said this before in the video. I remember in 2008 election, um, conservatives' response to to Barack Obama winning. They went on board. It went on and started prepping. Prepping really picked up during that time, and you can tell you can tell that was the case because now it was still there's still plenty of videos. I still do videos, but it's not as hot as a topic as it used to be when it was between 2008 and 2016. That was the era of prepping in a sense. Um, and I remember lines and gun shows were real long. People were buying people were buying all this stuff, all this gear, and they kind of had a reason to do so. Whenever there was a tragedy and there was always talk of gun control, it makes sense that you would want to go out and buy the stuff that you would think was going to get banned, and you put it away for safekeeping. I mean, I think that was more of it had a really good economic boost because the gun industry really took off in that during that time. I'm pretty sure it was a boom for the magazine industry. Liberals, on the other hand, their short-sightedness really leads to an impulsive reaction, and that was going back to the meltdowns. That's all you've seen. You haven't really heard. I mean, it's like if Donald Trump was really was really Hitler, as they like to say, which by the way, Hitler was not as bad as Stalin or Mao, or Pol Pot. Those individuals were they were far worse. Not to say that obviously not to say that Hitler's policy was good, but there are far scarier things out there than National Socialists. But yeah, their reaction to their meltdowns were something that were like just wow. I mean, it's like seeing a child just drop his ice cream. And he's crying and bawling his eyes out and screaming and thrashing on the floor. But these are grown people. These are grown ass adults doing this, and unable to grasp reality. To where now you have something called Trump derangement syndrome. And I gotta say that I feel sorry for people. I feel sorry for people like that, but this winning is addictive. I mean, if things continue to go in a positive direction, good. That's good for everybody. But for people who can't, who are just having these impulsive reactions, they like I said, if he's that dangerous, why has prepping really picked up amongst liberals? I'm not saying that liberals don't do it, but has it really encouraged them to start saving up? Has encouraged them to start putting vegetables back, putting tools back, firearms, things like that. They think that they're gonna have to be dealing with violent conservatives down the road. But it didn't seem like it didn't seem to be the case. I don't hear a lot of buzz going on about that. And I do know Canadian Prepper. I watch some of his videos, and he has some pretty good discussions. But for the most part, there's a lot of impulsive reactions to to the presidency, and it's just kind of getting worse. But the thing is, I guess because of my mindset, I'm not too concerned. I think it's actually interesting to watch. I think I'll be all right. I believe many of my viewers, people who watch this channel, if we're of a similar thinking mindset, then you'll be all right. For those who have different opinions, I hope you'll be all right. I hope you take care of yourself. I want everybody to take care of themselves, but I don't want anybody to fall victim to to the crazy people, to the crazies that are out there. By the way, I just found out. I did look into. I kept hearing the term helicopter rides, and Pinochet did nothing wrong. And I looked at, I looked into it. Looked at who he was, and I gotta say it was an interesting read. It's actually, I laughed a lot finding out about this guy. But please share your thoughts. What do you think about conservatism and liberalism? What do you think about this culture war that's going on? What do you think about Pinochet? Because I might do a video on him down the road. He was an interesting person. I like to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to make donations to the channel for to help with various projects, go to our homepage, look up for the Give Up That Cheese button, and you make a donation to our PayPal account of any amount. Any gripes, complaints, please send me a PM. I see if we can address them. Check out Tim Pool's channel. He has some pretty interesting videos. But like I said, if you're conservative minded, some of his stuff, some of his points will be will kind of get will either make you laugh real hard out of his naivety, or just who knows, you might just skip his channel altogether. But it's worth checking out. But that's my video: conservatism, liberalism, and this culture war. I'm Edward Jones, and you guys take care.